Come on in. What are we hunting tonight? Why don't you just decloak and have a seat right over there? That's right, right over there. Why? Well, because this is Predator and Prey. Which are you? I'm Chris Hansen.
Yes, welcome listeners to another episode of Predator and Prey, the HOTU podcast. I am one of your HOTU clan hosts, representing the OWLF. It's Justin the Owl swooping back in again. And tonight we have a very special occasion actually on the show, because for the first time we have all four of our Predator and Prey hosts united.
5, Justin.
Sorry, 5. Thank you. 4.5.
The gang's all here.
So yes, excuse me, Rasucha.
Hey! Oh, it's going great. I'm so glad we've got the full hunting party together
Yeah,
tonight.
we've got the full hunting party, yeah. And Ray is back joining us. Hi, Ray.
Hey, going good. Just straight
joining us from the chopper.
the chopper again. The long tall Sally. I've been listening to it all day. How are you guys? How is everyone?
Good. And last but certainly not least, joining us again for the second time, our newest addition to the HOTU clan, Sparky.
Yay! Hello, everyone.
Hey, Sparky.
It seems Sparky has also taken on a nickname for herself.
Yes, that's right.
Small, nice Sparky.
That's
I
right.
love it. I love it so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought if anyone would pick up on that reference, I knew you would, Sparky. So
That's right.
I love it. I love it. So how is everyone? It's been a little bit since we chatted last time.
Been good. Been really good. Other than, Justin knows about my doctor woes this morning. But I was ready to rip off some spines at the doctor's office. But it's all good. That's all good. I just detonated my wrist computer, and now we don't have to live with that
anymore. I know what you mean about detonating the wrist computer, because I had a kidney stone about a week and a half ago.
Oh, yeah.
And for a few hours, I contemplated getting that wrist computer out and detonating that. Finding a nice quiet spot to go off in where I wouldn't take anybody else out and just,
Come on, Justin. Have you seen the blast radius of that thing?
You forget where I live.
Well, I'm glad that you're still here with us.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
It passed eventually.
yeah.
This too shall pass.
Indeed.
And Sparky, any health woes?
No health woes, fortunately, but my car actually detonated a wrist computer of its own. The engine seized up on me in the mountains of West Virginia. It was an adventure, but it was nice. It was good. I got
beautiful area.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. Yeah, it was really gorgeous. But I'm glad to be back home. And now I'm shopping for a new car. So
that's exciting though.
Yeah, it kind of is. My old car was from 2007.
Ooh,
and it had about 270,000 miles on it.
No kidding. So you got you got your mouse out of that one.
I sure did.
Wow. Nice
one. All painless. Yeah.
All painless. Rest in peace.
We just need to get you a Predator drop ship. That's what.
Yeah.
They have to get you get a new roof every time you come to work. It's like
Great gas mileage, though. Great gas mileage.
Yes, absolutely.
Ray, any health woes or
have you had any bad luck?
Tech woes or
no? I'm sure tech woes will rear their ugly head here. But no,
Oh, no.
health woes, woes wise, all good. Just traveling, just doing my thing. Looking forward to the weekend.
Any platypuses?
Oh, I should bring a stuffed platypus like toy here. Have like another mascot for Bob.
Don't give this one any ideas.
I don't know. Between a platypus and a yocha, that would be a pretty square fight.
Bob, have you had any health woes or anything? Oh, he's not feeling very talkative. So
you need the facelift, I think.
Well, if you see, him and I have the same hairline now, so it's all
good.
Shocker. Well, in this episode, we are going to be covering, it's another special occasion, actually, because we are going to be covering the final issue of Ed Brisson and Netho Diaz's wonderful 5-part story, The Preserve. We're going to be covering the 5th and final issue of that story, and as well, at the end, giving our overall thoughts on the story of The Preserve as a whole and what we've thought about it. So I'm very excited about that. What did you guys think overall about issue number 5?
Sparky?
I really liked it, and I think I actually liked it upon reading it a second time. I think the first time I read it, I read through it very quickly, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, so the Predator is dead again, and a lot of people died again, and okay, I guess that's the end. All right." But then I read it again, and I thought, I feel like they were actually doing something a little different from what we've seen before, particularly with the black box and
definitely
Theta's like realization that she can't keep to her personal vendetta. There's like so much more at stake, and there's so much. It broadens the scope, I think.
Definitely,
it sets something up that could be bigger. People working together, sharing information about the Predators. So I'm very hopeful for the next series, if there is one. Hopefully. We'll have to see how. I guess I feel like we'll have to see how Predator versus Wolverine does. Maybe.
Yeah, taking a little break from our story to do a crossover. Which, if any indication, I have seen so many people that don't read comics talking about this comic, Predator versus Wolverine.
Oh, really?
So,
that
has a very wide appeal to even like casuals or even people that have never read a comic book. So, yeah. And when I say casuals, I'm not trying to be snarky. I literally mean like the casual reader, but not like a filthy casual. Don't touch me. It'll be really interesting to see the sales figures for Predator versus Wolverine.
I've got to say also, surprise, it's ignited a lot of discussion amongst even the comic book fans as well. I've seen in the forums, it's like, oh, this is like a walkover for Wolverine. How can Predators beat anyone in the Marvel universe? And on the and on the flip side as well, it's like, well, why haven't we seen them or heard from them before? But I think this is a really good opportunity for Benjamin Percy to, from what I know, I think they've been trying to hunt Wolverine for a while. I think that's part of the premise. So I think that is a really good setup because he is, animalistic. We're talking about the Weapon X years, the era, and he's just like this kind of animal that's just roaming around. So why wouldn't a predator come and find him, and maybe one or two of them be beaten by him? So it's kind of like, this guy's pretty good. Anyone who gets dibs on him,
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's like I think we've talked about this on the show. Is that I don't think a Predator can really match up to Wolverine unless there's some story reason for it. Because Wolverine can't die really unless you encase him in adamantium and let him sit in the sun.
And even then, I don't know.
Even
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Well, you can still rip that spine out, even though it's adamantium. You just have to work harder at it.
Gotta really want it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, wasn't it in Days of Future Past? Like the Sentinel just obliterated. There was just a skeleton.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to heal.
Yeah,
So,
I'm of the opinion that no, Wolverine is not invincible. If you work hard enough, you could kill Logan. You just have to be inventive at it.
I'm just wondering because in these crossovers, they, especially if it's a Marvel character, they like to throw in little cameos or other characters to just add some seasoning to the story.
Yes.
And I think I was talking about this in the Discord. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer that Sabretooth would be in this as well.
Oh, he is in it.
Oh, okay.
Is he?
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
nice.
It's him
I was hoping
and some other character who I'm not very familiar with a lot of the X
Right.
characters.
Yeah.
But
Me
there's
either.
a-
Girl.
No, there's a third character related to Wolverine.
Is it
or like
is
I
is
wonder
it
if
around
it's
Dakin?
Wild Child.
Oh, I thought maybe
Oh, good call,
maybe it
Justin.
was Dakin, like his son.
Oh, the
Yeah.
son?
Could be.
Yeah.
not
yeah.
related by blood, but like
Oh, okay.
story wise, like
All
a
right.
character in his
Okay.
periphery
Oh.
from that
Late-
time period.
Lady Deathstrike.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
would
some-
be good too.
Omega Red.
There's so many possibilities.
I
Is
can't
it-
remember. I can picture him. He's got like
Is-
an X sort of thing, I think, on his like a visor.
Oh,
If you guys pull up the second cover or the cover for issue 2, he's on there. The
Oh.
Predator is holding him up.
oh,
All right.
And
Let's
you can see Sabretooth and Wolverine kind of like looking up. I think
Okay,
Chichetto's doing the
Look-
very
Yeah, it
early
looks so cool.
covers, and they're so good.
Googling it
Can
right
you-
now.
can you share that, Justin? I don't dare touch any technical equipment while I'm in the chopper. Could.
I
I don't know if I can share it. Hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah. But it would be interesting. I
I'm
mean,
having trouble like even seeing it. Oh, that's Maverick, isn't it?
Maverick.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
With the gold, he's got gold and black,
Yeah.
like metallic.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
haven't
awesome.
seen him in years. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. He.
Well, he's a good choice too because he's
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin, do you remember his power? He has a very like subtle power. I can't remember what it is.
I think he had like a healing factor as well, maybe.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But he
Yeah.
had
So
some
we
other
know-
things. Yeah,
Yes.
he had some other stuff.
And
He was a cool character.
I just read the little synopsis, and yeah, it's Maverick and Sabretooth. So Sparky is 100%
Cool.
correct.
Of course.
Oh,
the only
I'm even more
reliable
excited for
source
this.
here.
Yeah.
I do my best, gentlemen. I do my best.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
So I feel like, yeah, it had to be a no-brainer. We couldn't just have Wolverine. You got to add some seasoning to that story. Anyway, we completely derailed there. Go ahead.
I know.
Ray.
That's okay. Yeah. I think
Sorry,
that's
just-
actually a good go ahead, Ray.
Sorry, yeah, just the one thing before I forget. What do you guys think? I'm just throwing it out there. What do you think of like the predator, like a predator being super powered? Like, what if the predator is not just a normal predator? It has some other augmented ability. I mean, that could probably even the playing field.
I would be 100% behind that, but I can see where so many people would bitch and moan about it.
Yeah, you don't have the
but-
tried and true. Which is,
Yeah.
I think there's precedent though for that, isn't there? Haven't there been cyborg Yautja in the past?
Well, yeah, and we've had the super predators
Right.
and the whatever that dumb guy was in the Predator, the Andre the
talk about
Giant
that.
Predator.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk
I
about
don't know what
Yeah,
you're
we don't
talking about. Actually, I think for this story with Wolverine, I don't think it's necessary really to have like a super powered predator, but
Right.
maybe in the future, if Marvel wants to continue doing crossovers,
Mhm.
I think a symbiote predator would
Oh,
be
I love
so
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Love
really
it.
cool.
That would, I mean,
How cool is
I've
that?
seen a lot of people clamoring for, oh, please do versus Spider-Man next, and I'm like, okay, well, Spider-Man would definitely wipe the floor with the
Yeah.
Predator, but if a symbiote is involved,
How cool would that be?
it's
That'd be
just,
That would be so cool.
I mean, we were so blessed that right out of the gate we got Batman versus Predator, because Batman's like the perfect opponent for him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I'm sorry, Ray, I said the B word. But but yeah, because Batman is this normal guy, kind of. He's got gadgets and he's fighting skills, but he's not super powered. So
yeah, that's true.
It's harder in the Marvel universe. Like, I mean, we've mentioned several times, Punisher would be logical. Daredevil, I think, would be logical.
Yeah.
Craven, of course, would be the big one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine Predator and Doctor Strange? I mean, that would be like a
Predator, the Fantastic Four.
By the hoary hosts of Hoggith.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet to discern in any meaningful way if the Yautja even have the concept of magic.
Right.
In any of their, I'm sure there are. I'm sure they do. But I haven't seen anything like that from anything I've read. That would be like, who knows what that would even be like.
Now, if you want to put Doctor Strange versus that weird ethereal creature that was in the Eyes of the Demon
the invisible thing.
Yeah, that
would be cool.
That thing seemed unstoppable.
Are you talking about that Stephen Graham Jones story?
I think it was the second story.
With the ship.
Right.
The Predator wipes out all an entire village, and he gets back on his ship and weird.
And he can't figure out why they seemed so eager to die.
Yeah,
right.
And
that one
grossed him out. Even I think that's the first. That's the only story I've ever read where a predator gets sick. He was like, it went against every natural tendency of why would they not want to fight?
He was so confused.
I know this episode isn't about that story, but it's still, that one has stuck with me so much.
Me too.
It was
I
spooky.
think about when he puts the skull in the trash bag, basically.
Yeah.
And then one day he walks by, I could picture it, you walk by and it's what? And you look at it and it's gone, and it's
gone. Yeah,
he's the only one on the ship. Where the hell did that go?
Yeah,
it was really creepy. It was so good.
Yeah, some really, really good stories in there as well. I also just want to point out, I think from the figures, Russell, isn't there a shaman predator as well? So there's got to be some.
But
there's some sort of magic.
It's more like a Native American style shaman rather than a comic book shaman type thing.
I'm just saying, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they have what they perceive as magic.
That's what I think. They probably have a specific word for it, and it's probably some
gun.
It's probably plasma cannon.
I know in some of in one of the books, at least, in the Rage War trilogy, they have a fear of the Dothraki. Not Dothraki, that's from something else.
That's from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. The Drukhari. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, the Drukhari. And they're this ancient alien species that I think first appeared in an alien story. Xenomorph alien story.
Yeah.
And they left our galaxy millions of years ago. But the Yautja know how much foresight they had. And they suspect that they kind of put things into motion to influence us and our galaxy now, even.
I see. Okay.
And it's just this they fear them, and they know that they're they kind of just don't mention them. Don't even look at them. Maybe they won't come back. Like, I don't want to even think about it. And that really left an impression on me when I read it, because it's like we're terrified of the predator.
Yeah.
So if there's something that they're afraid of, it's like, wow, that must be like they must be very advanced and very powerful. So
it got me. I just had a brain blast. I just thought of two Marvel characters I'd love to see the Predator fight that I don't think we have ever brought up on this show. First and foremost, how cool would it be to see the Predator versus Mysterio?
Oh,
that would be cool.
That's pretty cool because he's
Russ,
he's
look
not
at you. Always thinking.
Illusions galore.
Yes.
Illusions.
The other one I thought of, because he does have a superpower, but he's not like super durable, and he's also very handy with a sword. What about Nightcrawler?
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
the teleporting though. I mean, X2, he is really formidable. But you're right.
You're bringing to mind a sort of swashbuckly kind of showdown with maybe Nightcrawler and like Greyback or someone, a Yautja who like uses swords in particular. That would be fun.
That'd be cool.
I could see the teleportation thing with the Yautja's vision. Like working really cool from a visual standpoint as he's chasing Kurt. Yeah.
And also like, what if Nightcrawler thinks, oh, I can teleport. This guy could never catch me. But like, what if he leaves like a heat signature when he teleports? So like
a brimstone trail.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. It can look really cool from the Yautja's POV. Yeah.
So the Predator can like anticipate where he's going to teleport to. And Nightcrawler is completely taken aback by that.
Yeah, that would make for a really cool story.
Yeah, man, Marvel, we're giving you all these great ideas.
My phone number is no.
Yes.
Well,
I love it. I feel like that's a good segue into our next segment, folks.
Yeah.
We have actually some hardcore news for this episode. We have quite a bit, actually.
The streets are running red with blood. Mr. Mayor, Hannigan, Harrigan,
Harrigan.
The press has a right to know.
Where's the mayor? He's on vacation.
With his head chopped off and his spinal column removed right out.
You wonder how that guy breathes. He runs out of air.
Well, he's not breathing anymore.
That's right. That's right.
I don't think he breathed when he was alive. He was a heavy smoker. But
it was, yeah.
Anyway,
hardcore news, guys. We got. I mean, Russell, you dropped a bomb midweek.
Yeah. I think Sparky and I were the first to see it, and we kind of dropped the bomb.
You broke the news to us. Yeah, I love it.
We are getting a physical version of Prey.
Woo! Oh yeah!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think there's both I think it's it's a steel book. It's real fancy.
Oh, got to get the steel book.
It looks gorgeous. That picture that you shared. It looks beautiful.
Yeah. And this is so needed. Like
it really is.
And for a variety of reasons, because one, you never know when something is going to disappear on streaming.
Absolutely.
But the other thing is with the disc versions, if I'm understanding this correctly, the writers get paid more.
Oh, okay. Great.
For physical media rather than they do streaming.
I think you're right about that, Russell. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's funny is because this was announced and then we're getting physical versions of Mandalorian season 1 and 2 and WandaVision and Loki.
But they've really gone back on. They said they'd never release those.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that because I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but I notice a difference in the quality when I'm watching something on a physical format versus on streaming.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's totally noticeable. And so, especially for a movie and one of the quality and caliber of one is Prey,
Yeah.
I really want to see that like looking and sounding as optimal as possible.
I am hoping that when this comes out, I can arrange it with my local old-timey cinema
Ooh.
to see it on the big screen finally.
Yeah. Oh, great idea.
I saw somewhere, I don't know where the screenshot was from, but somewhere was doing a double bill of Prey and Predator.
That was just the build, like the outside the cinema, right? I think I saw that too.
Yeah, I think the AVP Galaxy guys shared that, if I'm not mistaken. But
oh, that's so cool!
Shout out to Aaron and
the other guy.
The other guy.
I feel so bad because I've actually been listening. I've been listening to some select episodes from them, and they're really great.
Yeah,
they're fantastic.
So I feel bad that I can't remember his name right now.
Ridgestock. All I know is just Ridgestock.
Yeah.
Last time I listened, they had like 6 people on there, so I couldn't keep track. But I think
5.
I think that was the. Yes, thank you for including Bob. Thank you for including Bob. Bob's napping right now.
He's a bit old.
Yeah,
he's had a busy day.
He got stinged. He didn't get the elder promotion, so he's a little unhappy about it.
No,
next time.
But yeah. They decided that you're not a total disgrace, so you still stick around, but you're not good enough.
You're
to
not
going
to be banished to Scorpion
Planet,
but you're on thin ice, Bob. You got to shape up.
I cannot wait for Prey on physical though.
Me too.
I'm excited for special features.
Oh, that
they did hours of footage, like hours.
Deleted scenes,
outtakes.
I was telling Sparky we should do an entire episode just on the bonus material.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, that sounds great. Yeah,
that'd be great. Let's do that.
Idea.
Yeah.
So that's a great. So sorry, did you mention? Is there a release date or?
I think November.
Ooh,
okay.
Cool.
I think that's when it was.
Plan. Yeah, HOTU listeners, November. Put it in the diary.
It's coming up soon. Love it.
I'm due for a rewatch of that movie, so I'll.
Me too.
I think it's actually it's sooner. I think it's October 3rd.
That's cool. That's less than 2 months.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes.
Mark the calendar.
I'll be able to watch it on my honeymoon.
Nice.
That's so romantic.
So romantic.
Exactly. Strolls on the beach? Nah. Just gonna watch Prey.
I'm gonna stay in, order some food, and watch Prey.
Director commentary.
Yeah. But are you gonna watch it? I'm gonna do a rewatch, but I'm gonna rewatch it in the language, the dialect again. That's my preferred.
Oh, and the Comanche dub.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the lip syncing, it works really well. They've picked, they've scripted it really well that it works.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, I watched it both ways, and it was really eye opening watching it with the Comanche dub. I loved it. It was.
I think that's how I'll watch that again.
I'm so glad that they did that.
Me too.
Yeah. No, who does that? So full credit to Trachtenberg. I mean, that's just you'd love to see it in many films, to get that authenticity. Yeah.
And it's been kind of like not just Prey, but we've seen a lot of really cool First Nations representation a lot recently. Reservation Dogs is a huge show.
That show. And Dark Winds too on AMC.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but it takes place. It's based on a series of books. Takes place on the Navajo reservation, which is I'm biased because I'm Diné, I'm Navajo. But it actually stars the same actor who plays the police chief from Reservation Dogs. And he's great. So Yeah,
Nice.
really like it.
Is
I'll have to check
is
that.
that the same actor that was in Doctor Sleep? Because I know that there's a shared actor between. Anyway, it's not important, but I loved Doctor Sleep. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but
Yeah, that was a good
Sounds
one.
like a horror film, is it? Or
it's a sequel
yeah.
to The Shining, so yes.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a good one. I liked that one. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh,
It
is that
wasn't
the
perfect,
one
but it was good.
that has Ewan McGregor in
Yeah,
it?
Ewan
Oh,
McGregor.
I never saw that one.
Yep.
It
it's
has
good.
Russell. It's got you and McGregor in it. Wow.
Yeah. You're right.
I didn't know you acted. Sorry, dad jokes are coming. So
No,
I'll
keep
allow
them,
it. You get
keep
two
them
more.
coming.
You get
Keep
two
them
more.
coming. Yeah.
oh, tough crowd.
Hey, I laughed. It doesn't take much to get me to laugh, though. Just ask Justin. So, is there any other news anybody can think of?
I was trying to think. Do we have any other news?
I mean, we kind of covered like the Predator versus Wolverine. They did some
true.
great like teaser images for that. I can't remember verbatim what it said, but there was one and it had like Wolverine dialogue, and he was doing his usual, I'm the best there is at what I do, but like ... what the fuck is this, or something like that.
That's so cool.
I don't know if that's exactly what it said,
No,
but it should.
It should have
It
been
should.
that.
Yeah.
A fucking alien.
Please give me Peter Keys.
The lions, the tigers, the Wolverine.
The Wolverine.
Now, I know you live over there on that Krakoa, but I've got business here in the United States of America. I don't care about your Magneto and your...
Oh gosh. Yeah, I can't think of any other really like pertinent news except this may have been covered already, but I think we got another little confirmation about the AVP anime. I think the actual like director came out too. It was like, yeah, no, we totally worked on that.
Yeah, I think I saw that. So it is absolutely confirmed that there is something.
I think a bunch of people, that they do have something. I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day, but
I'm hoping in our lifetime we get to see it. Surely they're gonna
love to see that.
Yeah, it just sounds really cool. Even though, from what I've read, it's not an adaptation of the
I
original
read
Dark
that
Horse.
too. Yeah,
but it sounded interesting enough. And honestly, as much as I love that original Dark Horse story, I think I would be much more interested in seeing something that a creative team was really excited about making on their own, rather than a story that already existed that they just had to adapt.
Yeah, because I was also glad, because we had talked about this before. I was glad that it was not adapting the first movie, because there was speculation that it was adapting the first movie
or any of the movies.
Yeah. Because I think I remember reading something about pyramids and Antarctica and all that, and I'm like, really, again? But
let's try it again. Maybe this time.
I mean,
once more with feeling.
I stand by that first AVP movie.
It's one of my guilty pleasures.
me too.
I love
it, and you can actually see it.
Yes, you don't need night vision goggles.
AVP, come on. Yeah, no, true. AVP, I think both of them are pretty good. I mean, they're not up there with like Prey and Predator as we've spoken about before, but they're good. They're fun.
We'll cover those at some point in the show. We'll get those. Yeah,
when we dip our toe into the old xenomorphs.
Yes.
Yeah. I was just thinking also as well how many, like there's like 12 parts or something out there to this anime thing.
Yeah.
Because it would be cool. It might be a bit too big, but if it found its way to at least like the bonus material for maybe an upcoming, Alien Romulus is coming out, and if Prey 2 gains traction, then maybe down the track we get AVP, and then maybe it comes out through there.
Just put it out on disc. Just release it as a direct to DVD thing. I don't even know if
that was their original plan, wasn't it?
I don't
something
know.
like that. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I understand, it was kind of like, why are we waiting around for a movie to make merchandise for? Why don't we
Right.
just make our own thing?
Right.
Yeah.
It can just be
Yeah.
straight to DVD kind of deal.
Right.
It just I think about that, and I think about something like Star Wars Visions, where
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
got
All the
they
different studios,
they got all the different anime studios. They each got to do their own little episode. It was so cool.
Yeah,
It
that's
was.
what I want to see for the Predator.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a anime version of Eyes of the Demon. Like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if it's anything like the anthology books,
Yeah.
it'd be fantastic.
Although on that same token, if they got the guys that do Wallace and Gromit to do a Predator,
That'd be awesome.
that would be a little funny.
You just put Predator in Chicken
That would be
Run.
incredible.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be
You got
amazing.
the little chickens running around. And
Yeah.
That would be great. And maybe we could get an Archie episode.
Oh,
Yes.
Archie happening.
they should have just had
Yes.
Predator show up on Riverdale. They already know that
Yeah.
Archie versus Predator existed. so-
I've talked to some people online who are not, they don't know, they're not Predator fans really. They know of the Predator as like every person kind of knows of the Predator.
Yeah.
But I showed them some panels from Archie versus Predator, and they're like, this story, like, if you told me there is a story where, this happens and this, and also the Predator's there, totally believable for Riverdale. Like, I would not even I would not even. It's like, yeah, of course, yeah, the Predator.
I think that's what makes him great. Is like you can give this full synopsis for something, and then the last sentence is, "Oh, and the Predator's there."
Yeah.
And
people are like, "Oh yeah, okay, sure, why not?"
I think people have been wanting that for a while. I keep seeing people talking about that, and I think that was even like what the director of Prey, Dan Trachtenberg, was. I think that's why they tried to keep it under wraps as best they could, calling it skulls and like, how cool would it be if no one knew? But like, if you see the Predator walking around set, that's like, okay, it's a Predator movie.
Right.
But I think people I've seen that joke over and over online about like how great would it be, you walk into the theater, you go to see some like World War II spy thriller.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the Predator shows up, and it's like,
Right.
oh, now you're in a Predator movie. Like,
I have
it's so
always
appealing.
I have always wanted to make a movie and market it as a comedy, and then it is a complete horror film when you see it.
Very morbid and twisted.
You'd probably be some lawsuits involved with that.
Yeah, you could probably stretch it if it ends as a comedy. Like there's the second act is horror, maybe. I don't know.
It's like Mario 2. It was a stage show the whole time. It's okay.
There was this really there was this really cute thing. It was a while ago, and I may get the movies wrong, but there was a cute thing in a column in the local paper, and these two older ladies, they went into the cinema, and they went in and they got their popcorn, they settled themselves down, and the opening scene was something like Saving Private Ryan, and the other one goes to the other, "This isn't Mansfield Park at all, is it, dear?" They walk into you know how harrowing that opening scene is.
Oh, can you imagine?
That reminds me of our mutual friend Phil took his son to see Blue Beetle. And they were showing all these kids movies trailers, and then they ended with The Nun 2.
Really? Oh, slight oversight there.
And I saw that trailer in theaters, and it has some severe jump scares in the trailer. So it's like,
Mom, Mom, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't want to see Blue Beetle anymore.
Exactly.
Well,
Checking
honey,
under the seat.
did you enjoy Blue Beetle? I couldn't stop thinking about that nun.
I can't remember anything.
I was frozen with fear from the moment.
It has not been a nice day.
Oh,
This is
God,
Dreadman.
Not Danny Boy.
Sandy boy.
His name is King Willie.
This is Dreadman, true dread.
That movie, I swear, it really is the gift that keeps on giving. It just,
We have
Exactly.
to do like a watch along or something of that.
Yeah.
That is just
We
Predator
do.
2, sure.
We do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
good.
Should we move on to our next
We
segment?
probably should.
40
Yes.
40
Yeah, we
minutes
should.
in.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's get to our main event.
all right, so you,
Had to get Sparky. I got Sparky with the with the transition. Sorry.
no, you're good. I feel like you've already asked me what I thought about this last issue, and I don't know if we've gone around full circle to hear everyone else's opinions on it. So how about we start with you, Ray? What did you think?
Yeah. I can only say, I mean, the whole thing was great. I thought I really enjoyed all aspects, but the art really kind of stood out for me. For this, a lot of action scenes, a lot of Predator, a lot of Theta as kind of dressed up in the Predator garb. So just visually, a lot of really cool things, a lot of violence as well. Which I think, Russell, I think you touched upon saying, I didn't expect that. There were a couple of things that kind of so cinematic in the sense where you get these shocks where like a head gets blown off, stuff like that.
It's got to be that 20th Century Fox branding that allows that to happen, because they would not do that in a Marvel comic.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not just heads exploding, but like the viscera, like the bits you see. It's just like, oh wow, like wow, okay.
Just everywhere you get bits everywhere. But I mean, story wise, I really enjoyed it. I thought it tied up what and it paced along well the previous 4 issues. We knew that this was coming. Again, it's pretty hard, 5 issues to really get a really firm foothold and establish everyone. So we did get to see the likes of Alan and the others.
Alan.
I know. That was really cool, actually.
Poor Alan.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sparky. Just the abruptness of it. I thought it was a really nice touch.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking because literally, like, what was it, like a page or 2 before, he's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I want to join you.
I'll join you guys. And I was like, hell yeah, another guy on the team. I like you, Alan. And it's like, what was I thinking? Silly me.
Exactly.
It's the Predator
and he's on the front.
story.
He's on the front cover as well. It leads you to believe that he'll be like a staying member. So
it's a bait
I like that.
It is.
Yeah. I love that little sleight of hand by Ed Brisson. But overall, I enjoyed it. How about yourself, Justin?
I really loved it. Yeah, I thought this was a perfect conclusion to this story. I didn't really have any complaints about any of it. I loved just the over-the-top violence in this. The fact that in the very beginning we get one of the main characters killed right off, and he's just butchered.
Yeah, he is.
Omar,
Omar, right? Yeah,
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke.
And that was actually, that whole scene, that was one complaint that I had about this issue, was the lettering. And it's kind of an odd complaint to have, admittedly. But the scene when Omar's kind of getting impaled from behind, there's the whole shunk, and it's right over the artwork. Like it's directly over the picture. And the first time I looked at that, I was like, that's really distracting, and that covers up all that gorgeous artwork, so you can't really see what's going on there. I don't like that. They should have moved that shunk down a little bit lower or off to the side or something. But that's really distracting to have that right there covering up that gorgeous artwork by Netho Diaz.
Yeah.
So that was one complaint that I had, was some of the lettering in this, and that's just one example. There were a couple other times too that there was some shunks and some thwucks that were just like put over the art instead of off to the side, and it was a little distracting. So I know that's kind of a weird complaint to have, but it was one that I noticed in this issue that was repeated a little bit. I loved the ending, how Theta got this assault rifle and she just blew this motherfucker's face right off.
Great panel as well.
Yeah, the art for that was fantastic. Very satisfying.
It's so good. You see its eye, and it just kind of that look of kind of disbelief in its eye, that it can't believe that, you know, it got so close to killing Theta and she still got it. You know, there's that look of disbelief and rage in its eye that's so good.
Now,
and that panel right at the end where she's still hammering on that trigger, click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead.
Oh no, it got through about 4 or 5 of them, so it did pretty well. The Predator.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
I was just going to say, be mindful. That is Bob's dad. Okay.
Bob. Jeez, we've been so disrespectful.
He gave a good count of himself. Yeah.
Bob, good. There is going to be side by side with Setanu, the Black Hunter.
Oh yeah. This is why we have Sparky on, guys.
Yes.
I love it.
We gotta have our lore nerds, you know.
Yeah.
I really loved how it kind of adds, I think, even more to this idea that as Theta is racking up these kills, she's slowly learning, okay, I can't do this alone. I can't do this by myself. She still has those moments of like, I wanted it to kill me, you know, like she has these kind of weaknesses, or these moments where she kind of struggles, and yet she's still kicking ass, and it's kind of great because it's like, yay, the good guys win. But as we know with the Predator, when you win, you don't really win. You never win against the Predator. You just survive, and they just keep coming. It makes them want to go after you even more.
Yeah, that's bad to say. You put a target on your back, basically.
Yeah,
makes it a bigger challenge. Makes it a bigger challenge to them.
So I feel like the stakes just keep being raised. It's great. I'm very excited to see where it goes.
I think Ed Brisson's he's done well, and he must have had this planned anyway. But it really. He gets Theta out of that corner of just being that very one-dimensional Punisher in space sort of thing, and he really develops her by her going through this, her being kind of really stoic and Punisher-like, but then turning the corner. So I think it really works well for her, and at the same time, as you say, it opens up the possibilities for what can happen next and how Theta is used by other writers, you know, or whatever. So yeah.
What were your thoughts, Russell? I don't think we heard you. Did you have any favorite moments from the issue?
Oh, I had a bunch. First of all, there is the most Predator bit of black comedy in this. We have Isla who keeps I'm sorry, I'll try to help you, and then and then her head explodes.
Yeah.
You got that coming to you, bitch.
It was very. It was like.
I feel sorry for her though, but I mean, she made a mistake. She made a huge mistake.
A big one. She's got her kid back home she's got the Ellen Ripley syndrome where her daughter's back there 50 years ago or whatever, and
she wants to get back home.
Yeah.
But that was a surprise.
I mean, I was very sad that Alan was killed. And he doesn't even get a good death. He just gets sliced across the chest.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's very non-spectacular, and it kind of, by being that, it gets quite impactful.
Right.
You kind of go, I expected something bigger and more grandiose. But
But I was super satisfied with Kayoshi's death.
The blades right through the skull.
I really love this final fight because it kind of goes with all what you were saying, is that Theta is no longer this like emotionless Punisher. Now she has people she cares about. And when Paolo gets choke slammed into a wall, and like we're like, oh no, is he dead? And she engages with the Predator and would have died if not for Aja. And I really glad that someone new survived, and it just didn't didn't end up with Paolo and Theta again. But it was the art in this is I think, and I know people are gonna laugh when they hear me say this because it is a Predator comic. Netho Diaz needs an Eisner for the art in this series.
The backgrounds alone are are you serious? Amazing.
And just look at that panel where the Predator is over Theta and the blood's dripping down on her. Like the expression in her eyes as she's gazing up at this thing. It's gorgeous. It's just so good.
I think this was my favorite page.
I was just gonna say the dramatic page turn where you that's such a cool dynamic
leaping up. It's so
pose.
good.
The red eyes, it has like almost like a manga feel to like when a new villain shows up in a manga and it's just their eyes are like red and blazing and it's like that's kind of what I'm getting here, and it's brutal. It is so brutal.
I love the subtle touch too of how the legs are still kind of cloaked.
That sort of stuff. It's so cinematic, and it's very it really captures the dynamism, I guess, of the action.
And you've of course brought up the Predator getting its face blown off, and all I could think about is like if that was a xenomorph, she'd be dead too.
That would have been suicide.
Exactly.
And I also just nice little tidbit in the physical version here. Okay, we have the page and an ad for a Craven comic right here. So close, yet so far away.
Hopefully they'll put two and two together.
I was happy that this kind of had like if this doesn't continue, it has like an ending. Like we're not it is open-ended because they're going off, like they send Aja to take stuff to the OWLF. And
your people, Justin, your people.
But it's like Theta's whole thing has been resolved. She's no longer I am the night, I am vengeance, I am she's, and like her and Paolo again, is it just a strong friendship? Is it a relationship? I mean, it doesn't matter, but they seem happy. And they've got a new friend now, and it looks like just everything kind of has an ending. But it's like you all said, it's like when you kill a Predator, they come for you even harder. I don't think we've seen the last of Theta.
I don't think so either. I think we'll see more.
I actually think it's kind of smart to do like this break with Predator versus Wolverine. And then because absence makes the heart grow fonder. We'll be even more excited when Theta comes back.
And I was thinking too, like the next time that we see Theta, maybe by that time she will have had kind of like a little bit of a vacation, let's say, from all the Yautja stuff, and maybe her and Paolo will have gotten some new people to travel with them in the ship, maybe 3 or 4 new people along their way, and things look kind of golden for them, and things look like, oh well, we might really have a peaceful life after all, and then the Yautja come after them.
And I still stand by that Theta is the perfect character to branch the gap into Xenomorph territory.
Definitely.
Because just imagine her shock like there is something worse out there than the Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would think it would be such a like fist pumping moment to see her fighting side by side with a predator to fight the alien.
Don't even get me started, dude. I would. Oh my god, Marvel.
That would be amazing.
However long it takes.
I got goosebumps just saying it. Like it writes itself, really.
Yeah, there's a whole story there because let's not forget that predators were her mortal enemy, so she had this pure hatred for them. To get her to come around and end up being allies with them would be cool, and then to get the motivation to fight these aliens, xenomorph, whether it be they take over a colony, again, that would be really cool. Yeah, absolutely.
And have Sandpiper crash land on LV-426, and it's just like, oh no,
there's all sorts of things. Honestly.
Another bug hunt.
I'm just excited that the Predator franchise has a character now that is like a recurring character.
Right.
Those are so rare, Yeah.
I know.
I think it needed it.
Yeah. I know Ed said that he hadn't read those old comics, but she really has like the spirit of Machiko in her. Yeah. Like she's like this badass warrior that happens to dress like a predator. So like they are like kindred spirits, even though they are very different characters. And before Theta, that was like our comic book Predator character, even though she was in the AVP comic. But other than Dutch and his brother, that's like because
John,
every other Predator series kind of has its own set of characters.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it just brings a new potentially recurring character in the mix, and I'm confident that we'll get something else. I mean, I think, as you say, I think it's a smart move by having Predator versus Wolverine, a little bit of a break, but also just trying to pull in more Marvel readers, into something that they may not read with Predator, and maybe get them to be excited for it. So I really do hope that 20th Century Fox line, like Planet of the Apes and Predator and Aliens, kind of stay with Marvel for, I hope, for a few years.
Yeah.
Well,
see, because it's a totally different situation than like Conan, because Conan they just like bought that license for a little bit, whereas the parent company owns Predator and Alien.
True.
So
it's got to keep on selling though. So listeners, just got to keep on buying the stuff. Showing your support, writing into Marvel as well. They do listen.
Yeah.
Let them know that you love it. They need, give them letters to put on letters pages.
Absolutely. I am the manager of a comic book shop for any listeners who don't know. And so I manage a lot of the subscriptions. And so I've seen the subscriber numbers, at least at our shop, of course. I'm sure it's different other places, but Predator at least is doing pretty well.
It is
for being really like a prior Dark Horse title going into Marvel. I was really unsure. It's like, well, we didn't have. It's so funny because like we didn't really have that many subscribers to the Dark Horse stuff. And I think that's just because our shop, like it's our customer base is mostly into the big two. And there's like a few people who really like Image comics and what have you. But the Marvel's Predator has actually been selling really well. And we've had so many people coming in asking about, talking about, and being very excited about Wolverine versus Predator, or Predator versus Wolverine. So I'm very hopeful. I hope it does well.
So I have to ask, Sparky, how's those alien numbers? Are they better or are they worse?
Yeah, I mean, we all know the Predator is the younger
the ugly stepchild.
The Alien franchise is doing pretty well too, especially this new Declan Shelby.
That's a great series. I'm a bit behind on that, but
I'm sorry, Ray.
No, sorry, go on.
It's just like a ticking time bomb for me until they bring the two together. Because as soon as they bring the two together, they're going to be like, and here's the omnibuses and the epic collections, and
we're going to see an avalanche of all that stuff. Yeah,
and I'm also wondering, like, are they? I doubt they're going to do it because when you Prometheus, we had that big crossover Fire and
Fire and
Stone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Ahab and Galgo.
Yeah. Ahab was so cool.
Oh, so cool.
But I hated, like, they had one of those big dumb space jockey guys just crush a predator. Just crush it. And I'm like, I get they're like these gods among men, blah, 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 but give the predator something. Why does he have to get his ass kicked in everything?
I know, cursed to lose.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of them not being super overpowered because it just makes... In my mind, it makes it that much more of a challenge for them to. I don't know. It depends on the story, I think.
You don't have to be overpowered. Just give them a win every now and then.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good. I feel. Sorry.
No, I was just thinking about how we all speculated that in Prey the Predator was going to win, and like I'm glad that it didn't, because we actually ended up really loving well, God, I just had a brain fart. Naru, yeah.
True.
But we were all speculating, is this the one? Is this finally
rumored actually?
Is it gonna happen?
It's gonna happen. I mean, look, they're probably more likely in the comics, you'd think, than anything. But just going back to AVP, it kind of seems, I think, like it's a culmination. So I feel that they might be thinking, if we do get up there and we do release AVP and the omnibuses and everything, then what happens after that? You know, so, you know, for better or worse, I mean, I want to see AVP, but it seems like it's got a lot of baggage and expectations with it that once it does hit, then it's like, where to now from here? So,
well, see, and there, like, I know we were talking about how Theta can fit in, but the beauty about Predator is, like, you can have him at any point in the timeline.
It's true.
Yeah.
And also, we don't necessarily know if the Predator versus Wolverine series is canon to Marvel or the Predator universe.
You know, 984 or something.
It'll be canon in my heart.
Yes.
Yes.
So any other thoughts back to issue 5 before we give it a rating, right? Or
I mean, I'm ready to give it a rating if everyone else is ready.
Yeah.
Sparky.
I'm gonna do a solid 4 out of 5.
Oh, nice. Yep. Good. Still a little bit of wiggle room there, Sparky, for improvement. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, it's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it. I just feel that, like, you know, in anything, that I feel like there are some moments I think that could be a little different. It might just be the nature of the brevity of the series. There's only so much you can do with it.
Right.
But yeah, I still really liked it a lot. So.
Justin?
I am going to give this one a 4.5 out of 5. It would have gotten a perfect 5 if it hadn't been for the lettering that covered up that gorgeous artwork by Netho Diaz.
Yeah.
And how about you, Russell?
Well, I just have to say that I liked the first Predator mini. I loved this Predator mini.
Me too.
So this gets 5 out of 5 for me.
Whoa, onto the trophy wall. Yeah, great. Yeah, cool. Sorry.
I was just gonna throw it to you, Ray.
Yeah, similar to Justin, I think I give it about 4.5. A little bit of wiggle room there, but I think mostly, as you say, Sparky, and it's not their fault. It's the brevity of it, and it's
Mm.
I don't know. I find it hard to judge this kind of shortened format. I just really love to see it. I know they're doing it for Aliens as well, but I just really love to see at least 12 issues straight
Yeah.
of something just to really build up. But judging on its merits for a 5-parter, paced really well. I actually went into it being a little bit hesitant, you know, it being a Predators kind of riff.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think Brisson has knocked it out of the park. I
He
think
did
he's
it
done it
better.
really well.
He did it better.
Absolutely.
Too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I will
So,
also
yeah.
say that I need to go back and read these like in succession, like as like a graphic novel, and see how it reads that way.
I'd love to get a nice collection of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still
Also,
have to maybe
Bob wanted to give his rating.
Oh. Yes.
0 out of 5.
Yeah, no.
He hated the ending.
Wasn't-
He hated the ending.
He hates the ending. Yeah.
Not enough skulls.
Exactly, not enough trophies. We got to get Netho Diaz some questions as well. We did reach out to him before, and
keep forgetting about that.
He's very open to answer questions. He's not at a stage where he can come on the show just because English is a second language. But he's more than happy to field questions. So listeners, let's get to it. Maybe I'll post something up on our social media platforms, and then we can send it off to Netho and really get to understand the process, because man, if he churns these out every month, like I don't know how
he's a god. He's a god.
He's great.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Usually I'm not interested in Daredevil at all as a character. Like I probably have maybe 4 or 5 Daredevil comics out of my whole collection, but the fact that Netho Diaz is doing the art and the new one with D.G. Chichester doing the script, I'm definitely going to pick that up. And I'm not even a Daredevil fan, but I can't wait to see his
Imagine how big Fisk titties will be in that one.
Oh boy.
Or if he's kind of like
you haven't lived until you've seen Wilson Fisk in nothing but a bath towel kill 10 dudes in a bathhouse. That's just
the things dreams are made of. It's
so Ray, how much time we got before you got to take the chopper back home?
I'm okay, apart from the low levels of oxygen now. Yeah, time wise, I'm fine.
Okay,
do
we have time for trophy room then?
Absolutely. Hang on. Let me get this
trophy room.
So I want to save Sparky for last because she's got the best one. But I'm going to go first this time because it's not that special.
Okay, let me hang on. Let me get for each one. I'll get a spotlight on each.
Okay.
Where are you? There, and
I'm the bald man.
No, no.
The other bald man.
I'm trying to click on it. No, it's not working.
Wheel.
It's not working.
Spin that wheel.
Didn't work, so it's all right. Go on.
All right then.
Maybe Justin should go first.
Oh yeah.
You want me to go first?
You can.
Oh yeah.
Have you tried dragging it? Because you can.
Yeah, actually.
Oh,
there we go.
Yay.
All right. We got it.
All right. So I went last episode. I didn't show anything from the Predator shelf. Well, we're back to the Predator shelf.
Yes.
This is, of course, a NECA Kenner homage to the original Kenner Predator.
Ooh.
Oh, hey,
wow.
That looks great.
So
Ooh,
it's basically
flamboyant.
Just the jungle hunter with a brown kind of mask. I had the original toy when I was a kid as well. I wish I still had it, but I love that NECA did like the Kenner homages. Like they took all the cool Predator toys that Kenner made in the 90s and made NECA versions of them.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
I think that's going to be like the streak of figures that I show over the next few episodes. But yeah,
looking forward to it.
He's
what's it holding?
It's some kind of cool axe thing. I don't know.
Okay.
That kind of looks like
Wow.
a Star
It looks
Wars.
like a batleth with like a extended handle. You know what I mean? That like Klingon.
Yeah,
thing.
They just picked it off the old rack there.
Yeah. It looks like something that would make a Tusken Raider sweat. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You imagine a Tusken Raider just being like. All right, that's all I got.
Can I go next, Justin? Because mine's not really.
Go for it, Ray.
Spectacular. And I haven't got anything here because I'm in the chopper. But I picked up the oversized Black, White, and Blood Moon Knight thing, and I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize how big it is. Like
it's like a treasury edition size, like a big old
a scrapbook. It's huge. I thought it was just going to be maybe twice the size of a trade, but it's kind of like 3 times. 4 times.
No, I have that same. I have that same one.
Yeah,
huge.
So cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was my recent purchase, Justin.
I actually have a couple, and one is Moon Knight related. It's City of the Dead #1, and it's the shiny foil one.
Man,
I love me those
beautiful,
that's so cool.
So cool.
Oh my god!
It brings me back to my youth when they had the foil covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Foil covers. And I also got, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of the Shadow, and there's a handful of the Shadow books that I don't have yet.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
This one is The Death of Margot Lane.
Death of Margot Lane.
By Matt Wagner.
Nice.
A cool little limited edition hardcover version.
That's incredible.
Oh, man.
Dynamite.
Who knows what
hardcover as well
lurks in the hearts of men.
The Shadow.
The Shadow knows. Yeah. So I was really excited about those two.
That's so cool. I too love the Shadow. So
I love it.
Welcome to the club. I real quick. I don't know if Sparky knows this. I used to have a Shadow figure from the movie that I would carry around like a teddy bear when I was a kid. And I'd sleep with it. I'd take it to the store with me. One time I lost it in a Walmart parking lot, and I cried for 2 days until I got another one. So that's how much the Shadow means to me. But
that's amazing.
I love it.
Grand finale.
We do have Sparky's, which is both Predator related and
Shadow.
Really, a great.
That's a fight I want to see.
Yeah, honestly, that would be great. The Shadow versus Predator.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Oh.
Yes.
So I got this art at Gen Con, and I sent you guys the picture. I don't know if you can just put that up. If not, I can grab its frame.
Yeah.
Right, just give me.
Okay, it's all right.
I don't know if you'll be able to see the entire thing.
Oh god.
Here.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Oh
my god.
No, that definitely does it justice, Sparky. You gotta show it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's so big.
I wasn't thinking.
I love it, and
like
I was telling you guys, I screamed.
Yeah.
In Gen Con.
I can see why.
I squealed. I shrieked.
That's awesome.
And I ran up to it. I could not believe it.
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't even breathe. I was just like, oh my god.
I
And
love
the guy was like, wow, you're really excited about this. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone freak out this much. It's like, it's the Predator. It's my favorite thing ever. Oh my god, how much do you want? Yeah, I was like ready. I was like ready to go. I had the cash, you know.
Oh my god.
Especially you haven't got a very good poker face then, Sparky. Which was okay, yeah.
I was like, I'm not even whatever you want. I have to have it. And what's amazing about it actually is it's on canvas. You can't quite tell,
wow.
but it's actually the fabric canvas.
Yeah,
nice.
and, the black is the inks are just so popping. It's great.
Yeah, no, it looks like a giant comic book panel. Essentially, that is just like, it's fantastic. I love it. So
it's amazing.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
I'm very happy.
I'm jelly.
Have you got a spot for it already, Sparky, somewhere?
I do actually. Because of it's so narrow, or not narrow. It's so wide and short. It's actually gonna go right. I have one of those closets that has like the folding doors.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And like
Yeah.
whatever fits up there, like above that.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
fits
Oh, okay.
That
perfectly,
does.
so-
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
Very
that right
cool.
in there in my room. So yeah, very
Oh,
excited.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So cool.
Bob wants to show his trophy.
Oh, all right.
Sure.
All right, Bob, let's see it.
Go on, Bob. What is it? Spill it.
It's Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, he's good. Well done, Bob. Look at you.
Look at that,
Look
Bob.
at you.
You got him.
Tagging a huge slug or whatever.
Gonna take some effort
Get
to rip that spine out. Gonna have to put your back into it. Bob.
Let alone get the skull. How are you going to take the skull off?
I know that it's probably like a very slim chance this would ever happen, and honestly, I'm probably okay with that. But I can't help but think about how the House of Mouse now owns Star Wars and Predator.
I keep thinking they could at least have a Predator in a cantina. Like, just do something
just
Yeah.
in the background.
Right?
Like, just imagine
nod.
him like sipping his blue milk back there, like talking to Boba Fett. They're just talking,
Right.
And just
yeah.
wanting to kill
Exchanging
everyone.
stories. Yeah.
I like just Predator and like Bosk fighting each other would be like,
Oh yeah, see,
man.
that would be a great versus
Yeah.
crossover,
amazing.
I think.
Yeah. And throw the Gorn in there from Star Trek 2 and just have these weird lizard fucks fighting each other.
I think I mentioned the Batleth earlier, but I've seen some fan art actually of like a Predator and a Klingon fighting. And I think
I'd like
that-
to see that actually.
Yeah, that would be
What-
cool.
I've seen
What a
some
Klingon.
great...
Are they just super strong? Or what do they do?
They're durable. I don't know if they're super strong.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they're really tough. I know there's a trope from Star Trek Next Generation. I think it's even named after Worf, maybe the Klingon character, where it's like a quick shorthand way for the show to give an example of how strong a new adversary was for them to have like Worf fight
Get
them and
beat
be
up.
like
Okay,
thrown.
yeah.
Because it's like, oh, if they beat the Klingon,
is
then
big.
they must be really strong. Yeah, but it kept happening over and over.
Worf was the jobber. He was
The jobber. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would compare the Klingons to kind of like the Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings. They're kind of like
okay.
bigger, stronger, but they're not like super strong. You know?
Okay. They still hold their own. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
They're big boned.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Justin, you have to go there. I mean,
not that bone.
Oh, okay, right.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, that's pretty good. I thought they had mental powers or something, but maybe that's the Vulcans or something. I got them mixed up.
that's the
that's the Spock guys.
Very different.
Okay.
Different races.
Yeah. Nice. Right. Well,
yeah. Anything else, guys? Any other?
we got to figure out what we're going to do next. Like,
actually, I had a thought about that because we
we're
left off with our omnibus when we were doing the live reading of the Predator 2 adaptation.
Yes.
that's
and
right.
I thought it would be fun to pick that up, especially now that we have Sparky on.
We have an extra voice now.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have
that's
4
right.
voices. Yeah. So I thought it would be fun to finish that up, and that way we can kind of go back to the omnibus a little bit. But
that'd be
also, Sparky had a great idea too, and I would love to do an episode on that about a fan film. that was done
Yes,
recently.
of course. Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah.
I forget actually what was the name of it. Sparky, I can't
Dark
remember.
Ages.
Gosh, yeah, I think
Dark
so.
Ages?
I'd have to look it up again.
It's
real
like
quick,
medieval.
but-
There's also Dead End, but we might want to save that until we do AVP and all that.
Okay.
But
there's another. Have you guys seen the one World War One? I think, or World War Two? Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah.
There is and I stress to call this a fan film because it's actually a series of videos pitting different things together. But they did like a live action Predator versus Wolverine.
Really?
Yeah, Bat in the Sun Productions.
Bat in the Sun, yeah.
Okay.
That'd be something to like whet our appetites before
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
before the series starts. Which
it's amazing.
Does that start next month?
I think it is September, isn't it? Maybe
September.
towards the end of the month. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that on the pipeline as well. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
We did discuss going twice a month. Is that something you still wanted?
Yeah, I'm happy to. I don't know, depending everyone else's availability. Would love to because we did have, again, I think I mentioned in the last episode, feedback. Thank you, listeners, for a want of separating any modern issue reviews that we do with the classic, just so as not to get spoiled. So I thought if we do amp it up and do 2 episodes a month, we can do an older run and we can do whenever a new thing comes out. So
yeah, that's a great idea.
Definitely, that'll work really well, especially when we have the Wolverine series and we're doing the omnibus as well. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
For sure.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for another episode of Predator and Prey. Be sure to send in your thoughts as always, and send in your thoughts about the preserve too. Even though we've finished our coverage, we can still read your thoughts and your feedback. It doesn't matter if it's a month or two later, anytime.
Again, if you can read the Predator language there, have fun. That's where we are.
There's all of our socials right up there for you.
Excellent. Don't worry, it'll be in the show notes.
I guess next time, what do you think, guys? We want to do the Predator 2 adaptation? Do we want to go back to that?
Hell yeah.
I like the fan film idea too.
Okay.
What if we did both? I don't know, but
let's try to do both.
Like the way you say, what if we did both?
But why not both?
Let's try to do both.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
Okay, cool. And we've got rules we have to just really ham up when we do the read through. If there's ever a classic quote, just gotta ham it up.
Well, two of my 3 characters died in the first one, so all I've got left is keys.
It's a lot to have left, though.
I think my vocal cords be fine. They don't have to switch between Danny Boy and
tea and honey.
Yeah,
tea and honey.
Oh God! Oh no!
You couldn't get him up there.
Oh gosh, well, gentlemen, it's been a real pleasure.
Thank
you. Likewise.
Episode.
Yeah.
We're so happy.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. And as always, everybody, we'll let Spucky throw us out here to this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
as
do
always,
I get to say it?
Yes,
you get to say it.
Shit happens.
Catch you later, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
A fucking alien.